So back in August of 2020, I attended the British Open Paramotor Championship. I'll be absolutely honest, I was originally put off entering into a competition because I thought it would just be high level pilots, I wouldn't stand a chance, and it'd be a total write-off for me. But that was far from the truth. I had a truly amazing weekend and I absolutely loved it. And I do accredit that to the fact that in 2020 they added the club pilot class, and that was for lower airtime pilots who are looking to develop their skills and challenge themselves in a non-pressured and friendly environment. So here are the top 5 things that I learned from attending my first paramotor competition in the club pilot class. As long as your equipment is in serviceable condition, it does not matter what you're flying. The club pilot class is about challenging yourself, gaining more hours towards your pilot rating and learning your equipment and its limitations and what you can achieve with that, whilst gaining experience in competitions, and ultimately that's going to improve your flying in the long run. So I've navigated using 250,000 scale air charts before, but what I didn't expect was the Ordnance survey maps that you get at competitions have so much more detail on. So when we went up for our first flight of the competition, just to get our bearings of our surroundings, I found that I overshot the point that I was actually looking for. Turns out you move across these maps much quicker than you think, but once you've got it sussed, it's very, very rewarding picking out that point that you're aiming for and successfully navigating to it. And the way we were taught to navigate was by a 3-step method, and that was airspace, ground, map. Airspace, ground, map. So you'd be always checking your airspace, making sure you're not going to run into anyone or no one's going to run into you, checking the ground point that you're actually aiming to navigate to, and then checking your map. And it's always good just to keep your finger on the map of the point you're navigating to, and also where you've just been past as well. Getting up for a sunrise or flying at sunset on the one-off isn't too taxing, but flying both consecutively for a few days can be quite draining. Luckily, being in the club pilot class isn't as stressful as being in the main championship, as those pilots are normally let off first whilst you go through any task planning. Nonetheless, expect your stamina to be pushed a little bit in this department. Competitions are intensive, but being in the club pilot class, you'll be given plenty of chance to rest during the day in between learning new things. Being taught how to plan and execute competition tasks aside, simply just going through the exercise of knowing your airspeed at different trim settings and your fuel burn has totally changed the way I plan and fly my cross-country flights. Knowing your numbers gives you a huge confidence in what you're able to achieve with your equipment. It's also really handy for when you're looking at buying new equipment as well. A process that I went through after the competition to get myself a new wing ready for the main championship this year. I know I opened with this, but it's worth reiterating that competitions aren't as scary as you think they are. The best way I can describe the British Open is it's got that flying vibe with a focus on completing tasks to earn points, and you can take that as seriously or as not as seriously as you want by entering into the specific class, be that championship, discovery class or club pilot class. Everyone is very friendly and welcoming. You'll learn so much from just being there, and it's really worth everyone considering just giving it a chance. So that was my 5 main takeaway and learning points from the competition. I actually enjoyed it so much that I'm hoping to compete in the main championship this year. So the next video is going to be a documentary as it happens style video. It will be a little bit lengthy, but I'll try and keep it as succinct and informative as I possibly can. So if you've liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up and please share it with anyone who you think will be interested in competitions. I hope the current videos in this series have been helpful. There is more coming in the future on how to fly specific tasks and how to plan and prepare for the next competition. I hope to see you guys in the next video and more of you at future competitions.